You know, a lot of times people say you shouldn't do flash cash videos, right? They say that it's unprofessional, it attracts the wrong type of prospect, it's deceptive, it's not always a good look when you see home business owners doing this type of marketing. They say that it's not realistic that someone's going to come into a business and make a lot of money. And you got to be realistic. You got to give value. Build relationships and you got to give value. And you know what? Maybe they're right. And I can recognize the truth. I do agree with it to an extent. So let's just take this out of the equation. You say you guys need value. Okay. Let's take a look at this documentation, right? They say documentation beats conversation, right? American Express says it's going to eliminate 4,000 jobs. Just like that. 4,000 people headed towards the unemployment line. Interesting technology company here. I used to work for them. This was before they did the layoffs, but Ingram Micro, Fortune 500 company, they're going to lay off 180 employees. I got a degree in networking administration and a degree in electrical technology and a degree in business administration. Yep, that same company, which I'm well aware of, they got rid of a lot of my fellow friends and associates. CNN.com, BlackBerry, they're going to be laying off 40% of the workforce. So if you're not good at math, 40%, that's close to almost half. Another interesting company, HP, they're cutting 5,000 more jobs, keyword more, 5,000 jobs in 2014. The total layoff count is going to be 34,000. So much for a union, right? Whatever happened to the unions, huh? I'll tell you what happened to them. We all voted for these politicians, but these politicians act on the behalf of these CEOs. These CEOs pay them to basically put in rules and laws so that they can act with impunity and get rid of people whenever they need to so they can save money. Which is why this website I'm going to be showing you, dropshipbiz.biz, is going to be very important and valuable for you. But let's keep it going here. Since I got to give you value, I got to give you a reason to act. Call center in Boise, Idaho, they're going to be getting rid of 1,600 workers. Now, mind you, all this is happening within the first quarter of 2014. None of this is outdated information. DynCorp, a security-based company, they're going to be getting rid of 62 positions. Let's keep this going. University of Alaska, $26 million budget gap. If you read here, 100 positions are going to be axed, annihilated. So much for our teachers. IBM, that's the CEO, Mrs. Rometty. They're going to be laying up to 25% off in a specific division in their company. And so much for a union, right? Remember that? You used to go to school, used to learn a skilled trade. Maybe it was carpentry, machinist, sheet metal, electrician. You learned the skilled trade and you could work for a union, and in 3 to 4 years you could be getting maybe $25-$30 an hour. And back in the early 2000s, that would be good money, but whatever happened to the unions, huh? Cisco, 4,000 employees, gone. Bye-bye. That's a popular technology company within the IT field. Let's keep this thing going here. Levi, Toys R Us, minimum wage employer. They're going to be axing jobs. I mean, how comical is that when a minimum wage employer can get rid of you? I mean, they shouldn't have the audacity to get rid of anybody. McDonald's, 55,000 layoffs. The interesting thing about this article was the guy who told the story of his experience was that he went to work to, start his shift. Came in, and the managers just decided to tell him, hey, you're going to be getting axed, your job's gone. And they tried to smooth him over by giving him a few hot apple pies to take home to his family. Keyword family. Macy's, they're laying off 2,500 workers. And the funny thing about this is, let's just take a look at the big CEOs of these companies. Let's just take a look at McDonald's, Starbucks CEO, They make more than $9,200 an hour. So that guy who got his job axed at maybe $8.50 an hour, his boss isn't taking a pay cut. So he is, right? Boeing Airline Company, you guys familiar with them? You read it in week, 2,000 to 2,300 jobs gone. I mean, this stuff is it's comical, but not really funny, because when you look at it from a standpoint where you're being empathetic to the situation, these people have families. They have probably a fiance, or they want to be engaged to become married. They may be prison inmates who could really hardly ever find a job, and they could have went to the bank and got a loan for a house that they're going to have to pay for 30 years, and now they're just out of income, just like that. And sad thing is, we voted for a lot of this stuff. We brought in all these politicians who lied and acted on behalf of these CEOs because they paid them off. New York State increasing minimum wage, $8 an hour. Wow. Think of inflation, and you're getting paid $8 an hour. So much for that American pipe dream, right? Layoffs for Sony. Big company, you familiar with them? Yep, they're going to be laying off. Since you guys need value, you need a reason to act, you need information, well, here it is. Another company, Zynga, I believe they make a lot of their social media video games that you guys send invites to. They're going to be hashing a lot of workers. They're looking to save $35 million. Another interesting one, pharmaceutical company, Merck. They're going to be axing 8,500 jobs. Wow, and it's funny, because in the midst of that happening, let's take a look at this. CEO, Mr. Fraser from Merck, he made $15.5 million in spite of these layoffs. So I want you to start putting two and two together here. This is the reality of most Americans, in spite of their work hard and live a happy lifestyle that most people are falsely informed of. Target, 475 employees gone. Best Buy, they're going to be getting rid of, it says here, 2,000 employees. And it's funny because, it's definitely something unethical about this, but since we know we can't control these CEOs, we can't control the political system, we can't make them accountable, we have to make ourselves accountable. We have to start putting things in our hand. And to start, you can start looking at home business. This is a company that I've been with. They actually pay very well, and they teach you how to make money without recruiting. You can learn to sell on eBay and Amazon and big companies like Walmart, because apparently they're the ones that's making a lot of money, right? But look at this. You need a reason to act. Look at all the layoffs. And it's funny because I can't finish the video. I have so many, there's no way that I can get through all these layoffs. So I'm going to have to cut the video short. But if you need a reason, that's the reason why. That's your value right there.